What up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So recently, I went out to go see the new Greta Gerwig film called Barbie. Before going in this movie, I didn't really have that much expectations or had any interest, but not until I saw who was going to be in the film, and that they got an incredible all-star cast, including Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken. This was a stacked cast, and it was brilliant. And you got Greta Gerwig, the director of Lady Bird, coming in directing Barbie, which was a very interesting choice. And then the trailer started to come, and it started to increase my excitement for the film. This movie is basically about Barbie going on to the real world in a self-discovery, and she's going through a lot of existential crisis, and she has to go to the real world to see why does she have that death thoughts in her head, because every day that she always lived in the same routine in the Barbie world where everything is the best day and it never ends and it's an endless cycle until she thought about death, and everything starts to turn around in her life, and she's trying to discover who she is, and she wants to know who is one of the owners that planted the idea in her head. And then Ryan Gosling, who is also going on a self-discovery with Barbie, he's the character that who's one of the Kens, who is like made to be one of the boyfriend of Barbie, but he's always been more of an outcast, and no one takes him seriously, and he's always trying to win Barbie's affection. Ryan Gosling, to me, steals the entire show. I loved how he was handled in the movie. I thought that Margot Robbie's performance was incredible as usual, of course, and she was born to play Barbie. I can't imagine anybody else playing that character. She was incredible. I loved her performance. Ryan Gosling did steal the entire spotlight, I'm not gonna lie. And one of my favorite parts of the movie is when they were doing a Ken versus Ken battle during the musical numbers, and I thought that was a stroke of genius. There were a lot of the jokes that I had laugh out loud moments. It definitely tackles a little bit of a nostalgia for Barbie for any women out there that had grown up with Barbie dolls, but I'm not one of them, so I can't relate about any of the nostalgia whatsoever. But I will say that just go in there and subvert your expectations and don't expect this to be like a truly fantasy escapism, kind of like the Lego movie or Free Guy or like the Super Mario Brothers, because this is not going to be the type of movie that you're expecting. This is going to be tackling more of the patriarch feminism, and it's going to be more of the self-love of how women had to struggle in today's world, which, don't get me wrong, like, I wasn't bothered by it, but I know some people out there that really will be ready to trash this movie just because the movie has more of a feminist theme. For me personally, I was not bothered by it. And some idiots on the internet are saying that this is a man-hating film, which I completely disagree 100%. That's not what this film is. I think that people were just either, one, overlooking it and didn't really watch the movie, or two, they're just trashing on it just because it triggered them for some stupid reason. But look, people have every right to say that they don't like this movie for any different reasons. But for them to trash on it just because they added those themes, that's just a lame excuse, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion. But overall, this is definitely one of the better films I've seen all year. It's not in my top 10 favorite films of the year. It is still a good, solid film, and it was very well entertaining from start to finish, that I was very satisfied with it. A few of my negatives, I will say, I thought that some of the editing choices were were kind of a little messy, and I thought that the writing wasn't the best, especially because when we get to the real world with Barbie, we don't spend enough time in that world when she's trying to discover herself and discover who she is and what she's supposed to be. But I thought that the banter between Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie was incredible, and I wanted a little bit more screen time with them together. I mean, I get it that they were trying to separate each other for different reasons. I get why they did it, but I'm not going to go into too much and ruin the movie for you. I thought American Ferrera, who's playing one of the owners of Barbie, who's the one who's responsible for planting the idea in Barbie's head, I thought she was great in the film. And I thought the daughter, which you may have known her from the movie 65 with Adam Driver that came out recently, she was great in the movie, but she came off as a little bit of a dick and very jaded. I mean, I understand why, but I kind of want a little bit more development, more substance between the mother and daughter. I feel like that they were kind of just there to further Barbie's story, and I feel like they were kind of underutilized. And Will Ferrell, who was playing the CEO of Mattel, who's the one who is very well aware about the Barbie's world, and he's trying so hard to put her back in that box so that it doesn't create any catastrophic that any the people out there that know that Barbie exists, the real one. But I kind of felt like he came off a little bit of a cartoony and over the top at times, and it was funny at times, but it kind of just fell flat. And especially when he's off screen, you completely forgot that he was in this movie, and every time they cut back to him, you're kind of thinking, why is he still in this movie? Why are we still cutting back to him for some reason? Like, he doesn't really have anything to add, to be honest with you. And I thought Kate McKinnon, who is playing the Weird Barbie, once you get into this movie, you'll know why she's called Weird Barbie. She's one of the discontinued product. But I thought she was great. I thought she was hilarious. I thought her jokes really well landed. But I honestly thought that she was just going to be a typecast that you see with her in an SNL type of role. But it didn't happen for me. And then once you get back into the third act, it really starts to really pick it up, and it really starts to find its steam. Does it get a little bit over preachy with the whole feminism? Yeah, it does a little bit, but you know what? I can really get past it. It's not that big of a deal to me. I understand that. I wish they would have dialed it down with the rant a little bit. I mean, we kind of get it. Let's just get to the point and get back into the movie. Overall, this is definitely one of the better films I've seen all year. It's not perfect. It's not a flawless movie, but I know some people out there really are going to love this movie, and there's just going to be some people that it just not work for everybody. And I'm totally fine that this movie is a one-and-done story, but I already know that this movie's going to make a crap ton of money at the box office because it's an IP, and it's everybody who are itching to go out and see it. They're willing to take their daughters to go out and see Barbie. And I won't say that this was made strictly for children. This is a little bit made more for adults, and some of the kids are not going to quite understand what they're talking about in the film. But I still think you should encourage people to go out and see Barbie. It's definitely a damn good movie. It has its funny moments. It has its heartfelt. It gets a little heavy at times, but I still walk out of the theater very entertained, and I had a great time at the theater, especially with a crowd of people. It was such an incredible experience. I mean, I don't know if my opinion will still stand after watching it multiple times, but I'm willing to watch this movie again. It's definitely worth the view, in my opinion. And I think you'll really like it. I think you should just go in with an open mind and subvert your expectations and not go in the preconceived notion of what you think this film is going to be. Now, what did you think of this Barbie movie? Did you really love it more than I did? Or were you on the same boat that you actually liked it? And I would love to hear your thoughts. Just jump down in the comment section below and just give me your opinion. I would love to hear it. And if you like this video, hit the like button on my video and subscribe to my channel for more videos to come. And if you want to follow me on social media, I will put the link tree in the description down below so that you will find my social media sites. I'm a little bit more active on TikTok, Threads, Twitter, and Instagram most of the time. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys go out to see Barbie. It's a really good film. I had a great time.